Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the Yema Digidisc. This watch was kindly lent in by Andres, and this watch is for sale. I'll leave a link in the description to his email address, and also I'll leave a link in the description to the Yema website. As I said, this watch is sold out. It looks like they sold for, I think it was $349, but they're not available anymore. So anyway, this watch is made in France. It has a French movement, uses the Yema in-house movement for the digital time display, and it has hours and minutes here, no seconds. And it's a rotating disc. It's not a disc that would jump every minute or every hour, so it's constantly rotating, just like in a three-hand mechanical watch. So Yema produced a revolving disc watch back in the 1970s, and this is a modern interpretation of that. And the movement that's in here is the Yema 2000 movement, which is rated to plus minus 10 seconds per day, and has a 42-hour power reserve. So you can see this watch has a high polish here and brushed surfaces. I appreciate a watch that has a combination of both brushed and polished surfaces. Now this thing here is a fingerprint magnet. I keep wiping it off with the microfiber cloth here, and fingerprints are just magically attracted to it. But you can see it has a signed crown here, and that is a push-pull crown. Watch is rated to 100 meters water resistance. So you can read the words on the back here. Yema. I'm going to try and pronounce that word right there. Then 10 bars for 100 meters water resistance. France. Morteau. Automatique. And then engraved with the Yema shield there. So yeah, enjoyed my time with this watch. It's not something that I would necessarily buy for myself. Maybe. I don't know. I'm a big fan of round watches, three-hand, with the second hand sweeping. Then you can see it has a Yema engraved there. Below the digital display. They call it a partial digital display. And then let's zoom in. We'll take a look at this. Looks kind of like a wood grain pattern on here. They offer this in different colorways as well. The one I'll link to has a black display screen here, but the wheels are still the same color. Anyway, you can see at the top France and then automatic. So let me know what you guys think of this watch. Is this something you would buy for yourself, for your collection? Bracelet is unique as well, which matches the unique watch case. This is a sapphire crystal. So let's zoom back out and we'll talk about the bracelet. Actually, we can take a look at it here up close. It's a brushed bracelet, folded links. Looks similar to my Casio World Time. Bracelet on that looks pretty similar to this. And then this is a sliding adjustable clasp. I didn't mess with it. I just kept it same size that Andres has it. And yeah, you can't remove any of these links. And the weight of this watch with all the links, the bracelet, is 135 grams. So let's zoom back out here. So I was talking about my world time. This guy here, I don't have it on the factory bracelet. I actually messed that up, sizing it, and get this Vario strap quite a while ago. I've been enjoying it on this strap. So a very nice strap for this watch. Vario was kind enough to send those straps over for me to check out. Alright, let's talk about the dimensions and then we'll get this on wrist. No loom to speak of on it. Yeah, no loom on there. Okay, so this watch is actually smaller than what I thought it was. Lug to lug, 43 millimeter, the so-called diameter, 36.2. Thickness on it, 11.9, so it is a little thick, but it's not overly thick necessarily. Lug width from there to there, 24 millimeters, and this strap bracelet, whatever you want to call it, tapers down to 20. 5.5 millimeter crown, and as I mentioned, the weight on this is 135 grams. It looks like it should have an LED display in here, kind of like the Hamilton PSR, I think it's called. But instead it's got the mechanical movement with the numbers on the wheels here that are always rotating. As long as you have the movement powered up, you can hand wind it, and it would be hacking as well. I prefer a watch with some kind of a running second hand, and you don't get that with this watch, so kind of gives me a little bit of a leery feeling as to whether or not it has power or not. So anyway, let's get this on the wrist. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing. Take this hook here, hook it over the bar, and then push the clasp down. So you have not quite infinite adjustments, but you could size it to just about any wrist size, really. I should try this on a strap, but I really don't have any 24 millimeter straps. I have, just happen to have these here for a different video I'm going to be doing here soon. I have 24 millimeter NATO straps, but I don't think NATO wouldn't really look quite right on this watch. Maybe it wouldn't be too bad. Actually, technically this is a Zulu strap. Doesn't have the second. But anyway, getting off track here. All right, let's zoom out. We'll look at how it looks on my wrist zoomed out, and then we'll close out the video since there's no lume. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. Sorry about the messy desk here. Leave a comment below and like the video. Really appreciate you subscribing. It means a lot to me and helps me and the channel out a lot. Actually, I'll show this next to a square. I need to charge the battery on this again. So there, you can get a better sense of the size of the Yema. It looks larger, but next to the square it doesn't really look that large. And then next to my SKX, I'll zoom back in here in a second. So just another look at it here from this perspective. And we'll zoom back in. You get this off wrist. Gotta be a little careful with this one. It tends to just flip off wrist. This doesn't have the deployant clasp in here like this. So there we go. Yeah, see, next to the SKX it looks small, but on the wrist by itself it looks big. It's probably due to the square shape. If you take a measurement from here to here, it's probably longer than, yeah, I don't know. Alright, that will conclude this video. As always, thank you for taking the time, and thank you for watching.